No, you started the dick measuring contest.
You started it. You said Bandera
by calling
football.
You have been calling me a phony Texan for how long now? So you started. You wanna pull out dicks and measure? Let's fucking go.
Stool Scenes, episode 70. You know what it is today?
The 3rd of July?
It's July 3rd, and you know what can make everything better? July 4th in a Freedom Crown, in a Brew House King, the most American burger of all time.
There's the tavern sauce, there's onions, there's crispy bacon, 2 patties.
I feel like there's rockets, what's it called? Rockets Red Glare going through my mind right now. My taste buds, bombs bursting in there. We got episode 70, and you know what? It's the middle of the summer. We got heat going on right now. And after last week's Rhea and Dave spat, everybody was on edge, and I got to be honest. As a Stool Scenes guy, kind of good for business.
Yeah, everybody needed a vacation. It was very obvious. Good for you, bad for everybody else.
Yeah, no offense, but once, you know, the temperature gets up and people start screaming at each other, it's good for business. So we have the Bandera Butthole, Dylan Stone, you may know him from Rough and Rowdy fame, and Liz Gonzalez, 2 Texas natives, not happy with each other.
And as the 3rd Texas native in headquarters, I was paying very close attention, and I decided not to get in the middle of it because they were really mad at each other.
I got to say something. Texas is kind of like a terrorist cell. Like, anytime you're fighting with the Bandera Butthole, you've already lost.
I'm not a real Texan because my team don't happen to be.
For the Rangers and somehow you root for the
That's
Yankees.
not true. My family also roots for the Yankees.
You have a picture of you and Yankee stuff your whole
And
family rings.
I also have a picture of me when they came to visit me in New York. First thing, I want to go to Yankees game. I took them to 2, and they were head-to-toe Yankees gear because they had been Yankee fans since they were young as well. So that makes them also fake?
Yeah.
You can't think that it's possible that I can also be a Texan that doesn't root for NFL teams
how
that
are you
are from
Yankees
Texas
fan?
and it'd be okay?
Like, did you just...
Because that is, again, do we need to go back to my family like the Yankees and that's why I picked them up? Do we need to backtrack to that again? Should I repeat myself? Well, I'm not going to because I literally just said that. Because that was a sarcastic statement. As somebody that claims to have a high IQ, I would have thought you would have picked up on that.
All I'm saying is, like, fraud. Like, half the shit out of your mouth is so contrived.
We literally just called my family members who were like, absolutely, we paid a fortune for all sorts of equipment in Pop Warner leagues in Fort Worth, Texas, which is a huge football town.
Our fucking Bandera, we don't have money for that shit. Like, I don't know.
So that makes my story wrong because you didn't have money to get it? That
But you
makes
said
it wrong?
nobody in Texas.
That makes me less Texan
nobody in
because
Texas,
we have
that's
money
a
to buy
blanket
equipment
statement. That's
for
a
Pop
blanket
Warner
statement.
leagues? That literally doesn't make any sense.
Your statement, yes, it does make sense.
No.
Because why would you say nobody does that in Texas?
I said in Texas, where I am from, I grew up, if you're playing football, you're paying a shit ton of money for all of that equipment. My uncle literally just told Dave on the phone, on the spot, we paid for a ton of different helmets as he outgrew them, as he played for 8 years in Pop Warner leagues. If you start when you're 4 and you play all the way until you're in middle school through different leagues, you can.
So your family played Pop Warner football when they were 4
My cousin Christian started when he was 4, yes. Yeah.
Maybe.
You can literally look that up in Google. Age to play, like that's...
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like too much now.
You can literally look up age requirements. You start putting shoulder pads on when you're 6.
Okay, good.
I actually did. I did play coach for a little bit. I used to sit during a few games, yeah. Should I call my family back to get proof of that? Would that make you feel better in this little argument? Because you have a mullet, you're more Texan than I am? Sure. Sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
if we're gonna get the dick measurement,
Oh, no. You started the dick measuring contest.
You started it. You said Bandera
By calling,
faux football.
you have been calling me a phony Texan for how long now? So you started, you wanna pull out dicks and measure, let's fucking go.
You're basically saying I've been straight up with you, calling you a phony Texan since day one. I don't see anything wrong with that. Like, I mean, I'm kind of just straight up.
But then you complain that I'm trying to have a dick measuring contest. So make up your mind, which is it?
This is bad. I mean, half the shit out of her mouth is fake.
You're right. He already lost once, he doesn't want to lose again.
I lost twice.
Thank you for the clarification.
I mean, this gets me riled up. But
Why do you care that she's like? How did this start?
they said she was talking shit about Bandera.
How did this whole discussion start? Oh, Liz, soccer. It was soccer.
Yeah, it did not start that way. You said I was wrong, and I'm like, I'm literally not.
It's not so much privilege, but soccer is like a white guy sport in the United States. It's like lacrosse,
No,
soccer.
this started with Pop Warner football talk, where I said, no, when he came in, it started with Pop Warner. You and I started with soccer, but this started when I said that Pop Warner league in Texas, where I am from,
Anybody can play soccer. It is a cheat.
had to wear helmets and shoulder pads, and you were like, she's a phony, she doesn't know anything about Texas. Literally, my uncle was just on the phone with Dave and was like, yep, we paid a lot for shoulder pads and helmets. And for 8 years that he was in the league, we had to get his helmet replaced 3 times because he outgrew it.
8 years in Pop Warner?
He literally he literally just told Dave that.
So, yeah, your family's gonna vouch for you. If I called my dad
I
right
called
now,
in front of him and was like, quick question, in front of him and was like, did we? He was like, yeah,
you know
100%.
what? Liz, if you can find me proof of the Pop
I
Warner
don't
league
need,
that
I
starts
haven't,
at 4 years
here's
old.
what you don't get. I literally have 0 to prove to you. I don't give a shit what you think of me. And if you think that I'm gonna spend my time trying to prove something to you, super mistaken.
I mean, when you make statements, you gotta back them up with facts.
I could care less
but-
what you think of me.
I mean, obviously.
That's just fact.
I mean, you do a little bit.
Keep
like,
calling me a phony. No, I literally could not care
I
less.
mean, you wouldn't get so riled up.
I'm not the one that walked over. You walked over here to my
sent
desk
me.
area.
They said you were talking shit about Bandera.
You started talking shit about me being a phony Texan.
I stand by that one.
Okay, well, good for you. You
You're
stand
allowed
by
to
that.
shoot somebody in Texas for saying that.
A phony Texan.
Phony Texan, yeah.
Where'd you guys each go to college?
The University of Texas.
UTSA, then Rutgers.
All right. I mean, Liz and Tex, I think neither one was right, to be honest. It's kind of just one of those things everybody loses. But we have this movie debate going on. Shout out to Lights, Camera, Barstool, Jeff Lowe, Ken Jack, Trill Bowens. You gotta say it. Smockin'.
Smockin'.
Smock. Yeah, that didn't have as much venom as I think when he does, it's better. But anyways,
That's why it's his thing, and not mine.
yeah, I just didn't want to disrespect Trill. Anyways, Casey, we got this thing. Pick the best movie that you like, the critics would dislike, whatever. Seems like, no offense, kind of just a stupid game, whatever. Barstool Nate, he's not a fan.
No, it was one of those games that everybody wanted to get involved in, and somebody inevitably was going to be mad.
And we got Barstool Nate alleging that Big Cat purposefully picked the worst movies, went on Rotten Tomatoes, and then made his picks. I mean, it's a conspiracy worth noting. I mean, it seems like a game that you may want to rig.
Yeah, but you also want to be the winner of the worst movies, so it would make sense if Big Cat cheated the system. I should have cheated the system. My picks stunk.
Honestly, I don't even know why this matters, but Nate was really mad.
The Spider Monkey's always mad.
But I love having the Spider Monkey back in the mix.
I don't like cheaters, Dan. I don't like cheaters and liars. You cheated and lied.
Very upset over a list of movies that is personal taste.
Cheater and a liar. We don't stand. We don't stand for
We're
that.
doing the 10 movies that you like, that you think the critics hate, and Nate is very upset because he did it yesterday.
Yeah, Nate put like 80s on.
Yeah.
Everybody's within like the 30s and stuff, 33%. Dan just happens to be at 19%.
Half my movies are Jean-Claude Van Damme and Steven Seagal. I love both those guys.
You do love that.
The bottom line is Nate is being very upset.
I don't like cheaters.
Nate, yeah. Oh. Okay.
I don't think,
Nate is,
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it's you.
yeah, Nate's a little upset.
So what are you alleging that he looked up on Rotten Tomatoes?
No, I mean, he did what you weren't supposed to do. Like, you're not supposed to think of the worst possible movie and add it to your list to win, which is what he did.
It's fishy.
Jessica Biel did not spend like an hour and a half watching it.
But I mean, her taking off her shirt in that movie is
I don't
awesome.
disagree.
Coming in from
It almost ruined the gay
Nate,
ruse.
is Nate's gonna, what's my Lois? Just take out my Lois, because Nate's gonna be such a fucking baby.
So swap out Biodome.
Okay.
Although Biodome, I think you actually legitimately
I
like.
don't think this is gonna matter.
I do like Biodome. Pauly Shore, dude. Are you kidding me? It's a
That's the
classic
thing.
movie.
Take out that now, check it, Larry. Put it, because that's not even your lowest. So take that one out, and then I'll co-sign your list.
Alright, so what should I put in?
You're less triggered over that thing. You're more triggered over that thing. Grown Ups.
I like Grown Ups. I'm with him on that.
Yeah, Grown Ups is a great movie too.
Put Grown Ups 2 on there.
Okay. Okay. I've never seen Grown Ups 2.
You actually have to only pick Oscar winners.
I actually have integrity. Nate is taking this way too seriously. Like, I'm sorry that I've always loved Jean-Claude Van Damme. I've talked about Best of the Best too, like a million times. So for him to think that like I just suddenly decided to come up with it, that's a 5-year ruse that I've been running for this stupid meaningless movie game.
Would you submit your
I've been
internet?
fake watching Jean-Claude Van Damme and Steven
waiting.
Seagal movies
Just waiting.
for this exact moment.
You submit all text messages and emails of the last 48 hours?
Text messages? I found out about this 30 minutes ago.
Kung Pao.
Kung Pao into the fist is fucking hilarious. Let's see. I already submitted mine. Oh, that one's not on there. Bummer. Oh yeah, nice. There you go, 25.
Danny Glover.
Let's see what else I have on there. Oh yeah, Sum of All Fears.
Oh, that's a sick movie.
Yeah, they blow up Baltimore. 59. That's surprisingly high.
That movie's sick. When they blow up the Ravens game or whatever.
Yeah.
Scary as fuck.
Oh yeah, Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
3%. That's tough.
Cocktails are 5. Cocktails is a great movie.
There's no way Cocktails.
That's
Oh wait, Matt. No, that came out before you fucking know.
No, there's no chance.
Cocktail is a great.
Cocktails a classic. Very good.
Cocktails a classic.
You want it low.
You want them all like you
Yeah.
pick movies that you like. So the whole game
Gladiator.
is the whole game and why it's great for it's being nice. You pick movies that you like that you think critics hate.
Yeah.
And I love Jean-Claude Van Damme and Steven Seagal. So like the first 5 movies were like, this Sly Stallone, Over the Top, Hard to Kill, Best of the Best 2.
What's Over the Top?
Bloodsport. The arm wrestling movie with Sly Stallone.
No, what was the ranking?
Oh, I think it was like a 33.
Do you know
But, like, those are
Gladiator,
the
the
best
one I'm
movies.
talking about? Cuba Gooding Jr.?
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Great. What is the sum of all fears?
Biodome. Remember Biodome?
No, I haven't
Pauly
seen it.
Shore.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what about King of the Beach? That's the volleyball. Isn't the volleyball movie? It used to be on HBO. It's the guy with brown hair, played Logan. He plays with the pro blonde volleyball guy, beach volleyball.
Vaguely familiar.
It's a great, horrible movie. I think it's King of the Beach. Is there a movie King of the Beach? It's the guy who plays a Logan, the blonde volleyball pro. It's like a stockbroker turned beach volleyball player.
Yeah, a little bit.
No.
Jeff, what's that?
Side Out.
What's the rollerblading movie? Devil's Backbone. What is that movie? Rings. No, that's the Disney movie. That's what it's Devil's
What's
Backbone.
Side Out?
It's great.
What?
Kevin knows it.
That's a 0. I win. Didn't even get rated. Side Out.
Con Air is
Jeff.
the best bad movie.
Gladiator's pretty good.
What's
But Gladiator's not a bad movie.
It's not the Russell Crowe version.
Oh. How the hell am I supposed to know that?
Because we're talking.
Well, I was in the bathroom.
That's the one I missed. Airborne. Devil's Backbone.
It's got to be. I mean, it's Nicolas Cage and costume.
Isn't that Gleaming the Cube?
What is that? What?
That's Escape Route, Gleaming the Cube.
No, that's a different movie.
Who's in
Have you
that?
ever seen Untouchables with Rob Lowe? Untouchables? Did you see the story? That one should be great.
Cuba Gooding Jr. isn't it? He's a boxer. Make him think you're weak where you're strong and strong and where you're weak. The head is the hardest part of the body.
Was this pre-Men of Honor or post?
Pre.
Men of Honor was good. That was probably like the last good movie he did because then he did that Gay Cruise movie.
That's a good
What do you
movie.
mean Side Out's not on there? Side Out's a classic. What is the characters' names again? It's like Logan and it's a guy who was in it. It was on HBO for at least 4 summers straight every day.
Frankie Borelli is the biggest Islanders fan, and unfortunately, John Tavares has left the island.
He's been crying, I think, since 2 weeks ago, and this is devastating for him.
I gotta be honest, it's like a kid who doesn't want to admit that, like their goldfish died, and then at some point the parent has to be like, look, he's gone to a better place.
His family's restaurant should have given him free food for life.
Yeah, maybe think twice next time you withhold chicken parms, Frankie.
It's all over. I went to his draft party. I went to 10 goddamn seasons in a row. I sat there. I have my seats right here. These are my goddamn seats. These are my seats from the Coliseum. I don't know how this guy can sleep at night, because I know I can't. I don't know how he can live with himself. Everything that John Tavares decided to do is ruining everything the Islanders have built for the past however many years John Tavares has been on it. He's just a weird little fuck. He read his 77-page paper on all these teams. He's just a weird little guy. I was so happy for them to come back to the Coliseum and John Tavares to be on the goddamn ice, man. Fuck me. God, it's hot in this room. I hope the worst for John Tavares moving forward. Cinderella's carriage turns into a goddamn pumpkin. Fuck! If Kate Murray is watching this, I hope the worst things happen to you and your family. I truly hope the worst things happen to you and your family, Kate Murray. I really do. I don't usually wish this upon people, but I do hope that the worst things happen to you. I remember his first goal. I mean, he looked at me when he scored his first goal. He scored it. He looked up. He pointed at me, and we cheered together. I was at the draft party. Confetti rained from the ceilings of fucking Nassau Coliseum. He came to Borelli's. I brought him over a picture. He signed it. I've snuck into the locker room before, and I've put on his shoes. John Tavares is now my mortal enemy. You better go win fucking some Stanley Cups, because if you don't, it's a waste of this whole entire fucking experience. You goddamn asshole. This is all I have. I have guys from the 1980s. This is all I have my whole life. A guy who played. This is all I have his whole life. A guy who played fucking 3 games for the Islanders that they signed a 15-year contract that I held him for. It's bad, man. It's a bad situation. It's bad, man. This is a bad situation.
Stool Scenes episode 70, no show on Friday. Everyone's going to celebrate the 4th of July. Happy birthday to America.
I'd fucking jerk the guy off to have him on the Islanders today. I really would.